Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's chair league match between Power Raynors and Discord Black. This is my first time casting in a couple of weeks. I think this is the first time since the whole change-up involving chair league and all the casting and everything. Which has definitely gone through quite a bit of changes over the past couple weeks, but just trying to get the draft here all set up, and we will get underway shortly. Just double check to make sure I'm not muted. Everything should be good. But this is a Division 2 match between two fairly good teams in Division 2, so definitely looking forward to this. But I'm just going to give out the draft links, and we should get started here very shortly. Let's see here. Who am I giving the link to for? Let's see. The it's kind of funny. So when I look at the list of the rosters for both teams, not everyone has their battle tag listed, especially the captain, who just kind of has a username and email address instead of a BattleNet tag, and it's not matching anyone who's in the game right now. So let's see. I go by rank. Let's see here. Hollis is rank 1. I'll whisper it to him. There we go. Okay. I've informed both teams to go ahead and begin when ready, fire when ready, and the draft has begun. So I guess no story time, no need to stall for anything like that. But the draft has begun. So this is going to be on Blackheart's Bay. This is a map that is going to probably require someone to do some jungling. So it might see someone like Illidan or Sonya prioritized here. It's also a big map, so you probably will see heroes that have good global mobility being prioritized, but they're going to ban out Zagara. She is very strong on this map. Her ability to basically give vision at the turn area and other key points is very valuable on this map, so I think it's wise of Discord Black to ban her out. Plus, there's a lot of team fights that happen around the turn area, which are pretty narrow corridors, and it's a great place to land a very devastating, very impactful Maw. But it is going to be Kel'Thas banned out by Power Raynors. I am 24, shut up. Anyway, but KT is banned out by Power Raynors. He's definitely, I think, the top hero in the game at the moment, so wouldn't expect him to certainly get through this draft, and probably wouldn't expect him to get through the first round of bans either. But he's getting a nerf, a slight nerf, I believe, on Tuesday, so. I think his level 16 talent is being changed, so which empowers his auto attacks during Living Bomb. And that's not going to be quite as strong, so. But Li Ming is going to be picked up by Discord Black, which I think is a smart pickup. It's not going to reveal too much about their comp, and she's also the strongest available mage right now. I think she's definitely stronger than Jaina, and KT is, of course, banned out. The Sand Mage, unavailable yet, not until next week. But it's going to be Thrall, picked up by Power Raynors. He's someone who can easily hold a lane. He has a great deal of sustain. So you can either stick him in the bottom lane, and he can stay down there and basically stay alive and get all the experience there. Or you could put him in the top and mid, and he can kind of rotate between the two. Stay healthy and soak the experience from those lanes. It's going to be Tyrande, so might see a bit of a Thrall Tyrande combo when it comes to team fights. A Spirit Wolf from Thrall into a Lunar Flare from Tyrande. It's a very devastating chain stun combo, and can really I gotta make sure I stop touching my phone accidentally. But it's a very strong combo. Can really lock people down for a while, and Tyrande can put the Hunter's marked down and whoever's locked down, making them take even more damage as they sit there pinned down. But it's going to be Brightwing, picked up for Discord Black, as well as Johanna. So not seeing too much about their comp right now, but I don't have any time to talk about that because both bans have already come in. Zool is banned out by Power Raynors, and ETC is banned out by Discord Black. I don't think Zool is a very smart ban on the part of Power Raynors. He's definitely probably the best at pushing out the top 2 lanes. Zool can clear out waves so incredibly quickly that he can clear out one lane and then just rotate to the next one and try for a gank. Or just clear out that wave as well, and then rotate to the other one. But it's going to be Stitches picked up for Power Rainer. Definitely a bit of a playmaking hero, or tank. Strong pickup. I don't know if there's, of course, as soon as I say a strong pickup, I'm going to contradict myself. I don't know if there's too many opportunities to land a great hook here. I mean, the maps are fairly open. You can maybe hide below the turn-in area and hook someone trying to turn in. We'll have to see how they decide to do that. But it is Sylvanas picked up for Power Raynors as well. And, I don't think this is such a strong map for Sylvanas. I mean, this isn't a map where you're really pushing structures yourself. This is a map where most of your structure damage comes from turning in, and Sylvanas doesn't really help with that at all. She just kind of sits back. If you're not up in the face of the forts, disabling them, you're not going to get much value out of her trait. So she can be good here, just not as strong as she is on other maps. But it's going to be Raynor and Sonya for Discord Black. So they definitely have a strong front line with Sonya and Johanna. But it's going to be Rexxar rounding out the comp for Power Raynors. So yeah, I mentioned before, you probably want to have someone doing some jungling on this map. Rexxar is definitely someone who can do that. He used to be able to solo the boss fairly easily, I think, as of level 7. But I think that's been, I think it's been nerfed, so I don't think he can do that anymore. I could be wrong. But interesting. So I mean, it's funny. I mean, as of a couple weeks ago, I mean, you really didn't see Rexxar at all. But I think he got some. I think he got some buffs. I think his health regen got increased. And I think some other changes. But we're seeing him a lot more now, and his win percentage has gone up quite a bit. We're even seeing him here in tonight's Chair League match, so that's pretty interesting.
Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, no Tracer picked up by other team. I mean, she definitely got nerfed pretty hard. It's kind of funny as a result of that. Like prior to her being nerfed, like there used to be kind of two top tier characters, 2 god tier characters, which were KT and Tracer, and now it's just KT. So now it's just one hero who is completely OP. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, when KT does get his nerfs next week, is he still going to be incredibly dominant? We shall see. It's KT, and he seems to always find his way to the very top. But we are underway here. So it's going to be the captain below 0 on Brightwing, Kavajita on Li Ming, Kantajun on Sonya, Farzoof on Johanna, and Decag on Raynor. And it's going to be Arate on Rexxar, Gigglepants on Tyrande, Endolphus on Thrall, Hollis on Stitches, and The Stink on Sylvanas. It's probably a pretty appropriate name for a Sylvanas player, The Stink. I mean, she is undead after all. Probably doesn't smell that great considering she's just kind of rotting flesh. But so we are going to probably see Sylvanas go into the bottom lane for Power Raynors, and then for Discord Black, I think it's just going to be Raynor going up against her.
I'm giving you
And meanwhile, it's going to be a 4-man squad going to the top lane to try and contest the tower. You know, I kind of 5 here, so for a second there I thought Sylvanas had gone with them, but no, it's actually just Misha. Misha, the bane of everyone's existence, who's trying to quickly count how many people are present in a fight. But Johanna and Rexxar are going in first. Johanna in a bit of trouble, but her Iron Skin going to protect her. She's going to get out of there. But Thrall getting awfully low. The Arcane Orb from Li Ming not going to finish him off. He's getting a heal from Gigglepan, so he's going to be fine. And of course the game just started, so he does have tap available, but so far I mean, it looks like that was a slight advantage for Discord Black. Thrall once again in some trouble, but Gigglepants comes over, tries to throw out the Lunar Flare to save him, but it does miss, but it doesn't matter. He gets away unscathed. But Tressa coming up. Looking like this is going to go over fairly strongly to Power Raynors. No, I think we're actually no. Okay, they actually got 3 of them. I thought maybe they were going to only end up with 2 of those, but they did end up with 3 of them, and then looks like Sylvanas picked up 1 of them. So I guess Raynor got 4. Yeah, wow. Raynor really came away with the coins are in that bottom chest. But both teams splitting up. No one looking to do a turn in here just yet. It's a very slight coin advantage for Discord Black, but oh, a big hook goes down on Li Ming, but she's going to use her teleport to get right out of there. Oops, sorry about that. You know, while we have a minute where things aren't going, where not too much is going on, you know, it's the fact that Li Ming does have a teleport probably means that she shouldn't do as much damage as KT, who doesn't have any kind of escape. So, I don't know. If Li Ming were to be in a position in the game where she was doing more damage than KT and had an escape, probably wouldn't be totally fair. I don't think that would be good game design. But so far, Raynor and Sylvanas still kind of fighting about it. So Sylvanas is awfully low on mana, whereas Raynor, he never runs out of mana. I don't think I've ever run out of mana as Raynor. That's not true, but it doesn't happen very often. But Sylvanas probably going to have to hearth back, yeah. Raynor definitely doing a great job of bullying Sylvanas in the bottom lane. And meanwhile, we still see 3 up in the top for Power Raynors, and meanwhile Rexxar beginning the jungle. Him and Misha going to run around, grab all the camps, put a lot of map pressure on Discord Black, and to borrow a phrase from Dreadnought, become the bank of Rexxar. Just hold all the money, all their economy's money. Both teams fairly even in soak. I mean, both teams are at level 6. So, I mean, despite Rexxar running and getting the camps, they're not really missing out on any soak at all. But Johanna's going to try and turn in 2 coins. Looks like she's going to get it. No, the Lunar Flare from Gigglepants connects just in time. And of course, Discord Black had already turned in 8, so that would have secured a full turn in. So, it's very important that Power Ranger stops this. But Sonya's awfully low, but Whirlwind is going to keep her healthy. And Sylvanas manages to escape with just a hair of life. But Rexxar in some trouble, and he has 7 coins on him. I think he's going to fall. Can he get away? No, it looks like he does. I don't think Sonya has Ancient Spear up. And meanwhile, she may have chased a little bit too far. So, not only did Brightwing fall, but Sonya fell trying to take down Rexxar. And he is going to escape with all 7 coins, but Johanna did manage to turn in her 2 coins, so that is going to secure them the first full turn into the game. And in addition, they're going to grab that top chest. Unfortunately, Hollis on Stitches goes for a hook, but Johanna just slightly out of range. You know, what happened with this bottom chest? Not sure. Let's see here. I find someone who maybe has a ton of coins on them. Looks like Li Ming may have grabbed them. She has 5, and the bottom chest spawns with 5 coins, so I think that's logical. But meanwhile, Rexar grabs that bruiser camp and is going to Hearth out of there. Still has a ton of coins on him, so he's gonna have to try and get a turn in fairly soon. It is kind of an interesting thing on a map like this and Tomb of the Spider Queen, where you have items you're trying to turn in. It's actually much more difficult to turn them in when you have more of them. So on this map, when you have more coins, on Tomb of the Spider Queen, when you have more gems, just because like you get such a huge target on your back, the other team knows you're carrying a whole ton of coins, and they want to do everything they can to stop you from turning in. And you also get super focused on super hard during team fights. It's looking like Rexar is going to get these turned in before he grabs too many more coins. His team doing a great job of protecting him while he gets the turn in. But Sylvanas just kind of hanging out in the bottom lane along with Stitches. Could be thinking about a gank on Raynor. Don't know. Don't see too much going on. But meanwhile, the Rexar continuing to jungle. Whereas it looks like Sonya and friends were doing the same thing with their bruiser camp. And meanwhile, it looks like Discord Black may be thinking about another turn-in. Li Ming has 7, Brightwing has 2. That's going to get them awfully close. They definitely have enough for a turn-in. Whereas Power Raynors, they do not. Hook goes down on Li Ming, who is able to blink out of there before the Lunar Flare can connect. But a big Wailing Arrow goes down on 4 people. But as soon as it ends, Sonya comes in with the leap. Sylvanas is deleted. And it looks like Power Raynors is wisely going to back out of there. Oh, but the hook goes down. I believe that was Sonya. She might be a difficult one to take down. But no, she is ultimately going to go down. Johanna's going to go in there and I think grab 1 or 2 of the coins. But Tyrande ends up falling as well. So I think ultimately a 2-for-1, Sylvanas and Tyrande for Sonya. But they're going to go ahead and get the second turn of the game. For themselves, that is. A 3rd overall turn, but... Or no, what? Okay. For some reason that was awfully delayed. Maybe Li Ming canceled a little bit early. I've done that before. It's never a good feeling. But that may have been what happened there. Not totally sure. So I'm probably going to see this top fort go down as a result of Captain Blackheart. And you know, I think Power Raynors, they have to feel pretty good about where they are. They're going to be down 2 forts, and yet they're not all that far behind in terms of levels and experience. So I think they have to think that, you know, once they take down this middle fort, once they get the top one, they should have the lead. So they gotta feel pretty good about that. But the hook goes down on Brightwing. She may be able to blink out of there, but they might get her. Yeah, and down she goes. And I take that back. She cannot blink out of there because she took Emerald Wind. And that's an interesting choice. I think you tend to see that more when Brightwing is part of a double support comp. You know, you use a lot in quick match when you get stuck with a Malfurion or something, but interesting that Brightwing did not go Blink Heal. Especially considering the other team has Stitches, so is going to look to do exactly that kind of thing. Try to get a hook and some kind of pick. And Blink Heal is a great way to escape that as Brightwing. And, you know, we might have seen Ice Block at 13 to also try and counteract that, but no, it's going to be Shield Dust, I think that is. I should know that, I'm a Brightwing player. Yeah, I think with that color of the Pixie Dust, I believe that is the Shield Dust, which is going to reduce ability damage. But bottom 4 is being pushed in pretty good. But with a 4-man defense, that is going to be absolutely plenty to defend against that. Especially with Sylvanas being able to disable the Siege Giants. But meanwhile, Rexar! Up to some shenanigans up in the top. So, I mean, Rexar is definitely one that you have to keep your eyes on, especially on a map like this. But a gigantic leap goes down. Thrall falls. Tyrande falls. And what was looking like a good pick, Stitches threw down the hook, threw down the gorge, walked back, but I don't think he got Sonya with that gorge, so she just kind of walked over and did a 4-man leap, and that ended up securing 2 kills. And, you know, Power Rangers, they had to be really careful. They knew Rexar was bossing, so they knew that was a 4-on-5 engagement. But to really make that hard engagement, 4-on-5, definitely a little bit risky. And fortunately for them, did not pay off. But Rexar did secure the boss, and that is going to keep Discord Black busy for a while. Unfortunately, the timing was such that Power Raynors could not go and secure a turn-in, but it did do some structural damage. And give them time to gather up some more coins. They do now have enough for a turn-in, but the Shadow Snow goes down awfully early. But the 2-man Sunderain hits. So, a lot going on. A Gorge went down, but it was countered in part by a leap by Sonya. But the big Wayland arrow goes down, and that is going to. It's just gonna. Okay, I know what happened. It looked like someone died, but it had just been Misha. But after that, it is Sylvanas and Thrall who end up falling. So, looking a little rough for Power Raynors. For a brief while, they were even on levels after they got that top 4, got the boss. But now they find themselves down a level and a half and a big talent tier. 16 is a big one. So they're definitely at a significant disadvantage now. It looks like they didn't lose any coins. They had 14 prior to that fight, and they now have 16. So grabbed a camp after that, but that definitely hurt. No question about that. But Discord Black, they cannot turn in yet. Although they're only 1 coin away, so that's not going to be a true statement for very long. Yeah, in fact, as soon as they grab that camp there, they will have enough. But Discord Black, they are turning in, and they're going to want to also defend against the turn-in. But it looks like Raynor is going to be able to get his 4 coins in. His 3 coins in, before being interrupted. And Power Raynors, they really had no choice but to give that up. They hadn't hit level 16 yet, which was unfortunate for them. But now they have hit it, so now they can maybe think about forcing a turn-in. They're definitely in some trouble. They just lost their first keep, which means that should they be wiped by Discord Black, Discord Black could march down the center lane and possibly end the game. But a big invasion is going on by Power Raynors, and once again, Leap goes down by Sonya and just manages to stun the entire team while Hyperion rains down on them. Giggle Pants in some trouble. Think he's going to get out of there. Well, Sonya decides she wants to engage on the team, and Stitches decides, you know what? Let me help you out with that. Let me you're coming to us, but let me actually pull you over to me. And fortunately, they were unable to secure the kill, but looks like both of them were on the same page. Could have easily backfired on Sonya, been a bit of a be careful what you wish for kind of thing. But so it's looking like Discord Black, they're looking around for Power Raynors, just trying to secure all areas of the map. But fortunately, they were not securing the turn-in area, so this is going to be the third turn of the game for Power Raynors. So I think we're going to see this bottom fort go down, and then probably part of the keep wall, probably part of this middle keep wall.
The red team destroyed a fort.
But meanwhile, it's looking like Discord Black, they were thinking about bossing, and then they were clearly spotted by the owl thrown by Tyrande, but they're deciding, you know what, screw it, we can take it. So what if they know we're here? We don't care. This could maybe be a throw pit in action. Ooh, I don't know. No. Rexar ends up falling. A big leap goes down by Sonya. Hits Stitches and Thrall. And Stitches is going to end up falling, so this is huge. This very well could be game, because Tyrande is going to fall as well. But the Stink and Dolphus, they're going to escape. But in addition to getting the boss, they also wiped 3 people, and they have enough for a turn on top of that, just to add insult to injury. But Thrall ends up falling as well, so this could very easily be game. They could even think about just bypassing this keep and going right to core. The keep is going to focus on the boss. No, the keep is going to go down very quickly, but Rexar is up. Stitches will be up soon. They may be able to protect the core. I don't know. Misha just fell, so she's going to be down for another few seconds. I think this is going to be game. Yeah, the core is at 30%. The boss still has a lot of life left. That is going to be GG. So Discord Black takes it. Yeah, let me switch the scene here. So yeah, I mean, one of the things that I saw in the chat, yeah, from Akuma, why is Discord Black let him get a free turn-in? Ultimately, it didn't matter. They got that turn-in. They went bottom, which allowed Discord Black to go top and get the boss. And that ultimately secured the game for them. Power Raynors, they came up to contest it. Unfortunately, they were a little bit late. They couldn't get there in time to disrupt them while the boss was beating on them. They couldn't quite get on the point to try and contest it. So they just got there a little bit late. And then Misha ended up falling very quickly. And then the big leap by Sonya, who really I think was the MVP of that game. I mean, her leaps, she was just hitting multiple people with each leap, stunning them, just really causing a lot of trouble. But ultimately they got the pick on Stitches. And then I don't know who fell after that, but Tyrande was the third one to fall. I think it was Stitches, Rexar, and then Tyrande. But then they got to just push with that boss. They got another pick. I think Thrall ended up getting picked outside the gate, and then they were able to just secure the victory off of that. Power Raynors just could not stop the bleeding, unfortunately. And that was game. So, well, hey, I thought that was well played by both teams. Discord Black, they ultimately I think played a little bit better. Maybe had a little stronger comp. I like Rexar. I like him on that map, but I think in terms of team fights, I think Sonya can kind of do the same thing as Rexar. She can be tanky, she can jungle, but I think in team fights she's just a little bit stronger. And I think we saw that through the leaps she had. I think her leaps were just really on point, getting all the targets she needed. But yeah, so I mean, congratulations to Discord Black. they will move on to having a slightly better record than they did last week in Cheer League Division 2. But yeah, that is going to do it for me for tonight. I thank you all for coming by and watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe. I hope to be doing some more casting for Cheer League here coming up. Not exactly sure what the situation with that is, as I mentioned at the beginning. At the beginning of the season, it's like we were all being scheduled, 4 or 5 nights a week, or I guess whenever we were available. And for me, it was every night. But then, they stopped doing that, and it was only a few matches were being casted, and then it went to a volunteer thing. So and then tonight I was scheduled. So I don't know. I think Super Joe is probably still in the process of figuring things out. Maybe things have stabilized, and this is how things are going to be now. Don't totally know. But it's I hope to be doing some more matches in the future. But thanks, guys. Good. That's gonna do it for tonight. Thanks.